Hi guys, it's Anissa. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some products, some miscellaneous things, some makeup things, life things, body care things that I have been loving as of recently, and I thought it would only be appropriate to wear red for Valentine's Day. These have been accumulated probably ever since I did my last one. It takes me a while to like really fall in love with a product unless it's like really good. I have 13 different things that I'm going to be talking to you guys about. I'm going to try to put them in order of like makeup, miscellaneous, body care. If you guys are interested to see the things that I have been loving this month, then keep on watching. But before you go any further, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I post on this channel every 4 days, so you never have to miss me for too long. Let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, the first thing that I'm going to talk about, I actually don't have in my hands. My bed is already made and it's underneath all of my sheets. I always thought that heated blankets were hoaxes. I thought that they were stupid. I was like, there's no point in using these. It was funny because randomly one day, my mom has had one for forever, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. Like, we'll just give it a try because I don't know if I've ever even shared this with you guys. I prefer a colder environment over a hot environment. Anything above 69 degrees, I cannot do. I cannot sleep in, I cannot function. I just get hot really easily. I actually have been loving a heated blanket. I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond, and the one that is by me is actually going out of business, so I got it super cheap, but it's like a king size. It's huge. It's really soft. They are a little bit more on the pricey side, but I know that you can get them from Walmart. It just depends on like how much you're wanting to pay for it. The only downside though is that you can't wash them. Make sure I shower before I go to sleep every night. That way it's not like getting dirty and stuff. The best feeling to come home at like 11 o'clock. I'll come up to my room and I'll turn it on, and then I'll go shower, and then I get in bed and it's like all warm. I've been loving that, especially since it has been the winter time. I probably won't be using it in the summertime as much. If you guys have never tried one, just give it a try. Next, to kind of go along with the winter theme, I've been in this mood to where I love matching sweatpants and hoodies. I used to think they were the stupidest things. I thought they were so corny, but they're just so easy. And I think especially since we've been quarantined and stuff, a lot of us spend a lot of our time at home, or at least you should be. So loungewear is just the easiest, especially when it matches. And then if you have to go out, you don't look a hot mess because it kind of looks like you tried. So this specific one that I have is from Nike. I actually just purchased a couple from PRETTYLITTLETHING. They are so soft on the inside, but I prefer, especially like with my sweatpants and hoodies in general, I prefer when they are embroidered versus when it's a sticker and it's pressed on. Number one, it looks a lot nicer and they last a lot longer. I have not been able to stop watching RUPAUL'S Drag Race. It is my favorite show of all time, and I can tell you this because when I like a show, I can watch it over and over. Even if I know what's gonna happen, I can watch it over and over and not get bored with it, and that's exactly how I have been with RuPaul. I started watching it when I went to Hawaii 2 years ago, and then I kind of like took a break. When I got my teeth pulled, we got CBS All Access, and they had RuPaul on there, and I watched it nonstop while I had my teeth pulled. It was that, Botched, and Dr. Pimple Popper, my 3 shows that I rotated. I have not been watching the YouTubers I regularly watch because I have not been able to stop watching RuPaul. I'm like, if I watch this, I can't watch RuPaul. And they actually have a new season that's airing right now, so that's been really nice to have. It's inspiring, it's really entertaining and funny, and then it also has like that makeup aspect, which I think I really like too. Especially like with the political climate that we're in right now, it's so important to embrace people and their differences and people who aren't necessarily the same as you and don't look like you and do the things that you do. I am so an advocate for everybody. I'm not just an advocate for Black people or for white people or for gay people. I want to be an advocate for everybody because I believe that everybody has the same right to be happy. One last miscellaneous thing, and then the rest is makeup, skincare, and body care. I know I mentioned in my last Shop My Stash video to you guys that I have really been trying to work on my faith and my relationship with God. I have been trying to sit down and watch church at least 3 times a week and read my Bible, and it has definitely helped me. I can already see the difference within the past month that it has had on my life. I'm a lot more of an optimistic person, and I don't know, I just find comfort and ease even in like the worst times of my life. I still feel at peace. And me personally, I know a lot of people have been going back to church. I don't feel comfortable doing that, especially since I do work with a more compromised group of people. I work with the elderly. I have been keeping my faith at home, and my favorite YouTube channel to watch as of right now is Elevation Church. Sometimes when you listen to a sermon, it feels like they wrote that sermon just for you. It was the exact thing that you needed to hear at the exact timing. And like, that's the amazing thing about God, is that his timing is perfect. I love them. So you guys should definitely go check them out. They have a lot of different pastors that go on there. I have 2 body care products. The first one I'm just gonna mention in general. These are the Bath & Body Works shower gels. This one in particular is Pink Velvet Cupcake. I have probably mentioned this 4 or 5 times on my channel, but for my birthday, my sister got me a whole bunch of these shower gels, and before I was a Dove girl. I love Dove. You can never go wrong with it. But there's something about like Bath & Body Works. I've never been real picky on like body wash, but I don't think I will ever not be able to use Bath & Body Works again. You need the smallest amount, and it is so soapy. I will put a dime size amount on my loofah, wash my body twice, and I'll still have leftover. And I actually mentioned these too in my empties. When I run out of those, they usually always have like a buy 3 get 2 for free, and these will last you forever. I don't know. And then the smell in this, it lingers on me, and then it also lingers in my bathroom. So whatever scent I'm using at the time, my bathroom will usually smell like it, especially right after I get out the shower. Clean scent person. I don't like sweet smelling things, but this one, it's just the right amount of sweet early, but it also has that clean smell. It's not super heavy, and I don't like super heavy scents like that. They give me a really bad headache, which I have definitely experienced with some of Bath & Body Works. Tree Hut Coconut Lime Shave Prep Sugar Scrub. I'm sure all of you guys have seen the Tree Hut sugar scrubs that come in the jars. I love those, but I do also want to mention the shave oil that they have that is in this line. I'm not sure if they have multiple scents, but this one in particular, like I said, is coconut lime. And I actually like this one a little bit better than the ones that come in the jar because it is a little bit more abrasive. The pieces are a little bit bigger. The ones that come in the jar are a little bit more jelly consistency, but they still do have that grainy texture to them. I have seen such a big improvement in my legs, especially when I shave them. They feel a lot softer. And if you guys aren't exfoliating your legs before you shave, you need to. It's gonna help bring up all that dirt, all those dead skin cells, and also help prevent any ingrown hairs from coming up. I also do want to mention the shave oil. I actually wanted to try it because I've heard a lot of people say that they use just baby oil. I stopped buying shaving cream, the actual cream that is like a foam, but it's so thick that it like clogs up your razor, which same thing with conditioner, but I like conditioner better because I know that it's like really, really moisturizing. But it's not even an oil. It's like a really light jelly consistency, and it's not sticky at all. We have 2 things for skincare. I have to mention this BELIF, the True Cream Aqua Bomb. So bomb. This is what it looks like. It has a very clean skincare scent to it. I had heard so many good things about this, and you guys know I absolutely love the Clinique Dramatically Moisturizing Different Gel, and I also love the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Those are absolutely amazing. And I don't know, I kind of just wanted to switch it up. So this reminds me a lot of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, but this one is just a little bit thicker, but not in a heavier way. The texture is just a little bit more dense, and it feels so good going onto the skin, especially like after you get out the shower, and even in the morning when you're using it. And I actually put this in my skincare fridge, and that kind of gives it that even extra cooling feeling. This stuff is so amazing. It keeps your skin moisturized all day, but it's also, like I said, not very heavy, and that's something I really go for, especially because I wear a lot of makeup. I don't already want to feel like I have a lot of stuff on my face before I even put makeup on. This preps your skin so well for makeup, and I have had this ever since I hauled it, and I've only used half of it, and I've used it 2 to 3 times a day, especially if I am doing like multiple makeup looks. You can literally dip your finger in it and put 4 dots on your face and you're good. It's thicker, it's denser, but it's not thick, heavy feeling. I just wanted to give an honorable mention to facial razors in general. My face needs to be shaved, like especially my cheeks and my mustache, and my eyebrows need to be cleaned up, but I'm waiting to do a self-care routine for you guys. You have to be careful, and you have to know what you're doing, because if not, you can very easily aggravate your skin. And if I were you, the first time you use these, do not use it all over your face. Just do like a test patch, because some people's skin just does not react well to this. I use these probably every like 3 to 4 weeks. You should not be using them any more than that. That will very easily upset your skin. But what it does, not only does it get rid of those little baby hairs, that is going to make your makeup go on a lot smoother, but it also helps exfoliate your face and kind of get rid of any dead skin cells. I would recommend using aloe vera, even a facial moisturizer, something along with this. Do not just use this. And I have actually been using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Eye Cream, and you're gonna be like, why are you using eye creams? I can't use eye creams, and I have like 4 or 5. They make my eyelash extensions fall out faster. So I've just been putting this all over my face, and it works really well. It's not like the most economically friendly. So if I were you, I would just use aloe vera. After I've used up all of these, then I'll probably just go back to using the aloe vera. I found a 12-pack in TJ Maxx. Do not use these more than like 2 or 3 times. They're the same thing with razors, like they're disposable. Do not use the same one forever, because the more that you use use them, the duller they get. And it's surprising, you wouldn't think this, but even when you're shaving your legs, the duller your razor is, the easier it is for you to cut yourself, because you have to apply more pressure to get the same shave versus if you use a nice clean one. And now to get into the makeup. So the first thing, I actually want to mention 2 tools. I hauled this Morphe handheld mirror in the last haul that I did, and the reason that I finally bought a handheld mirror was because it is so much easier, especially when I'm filming. Like if I'm reviewing something, I can just hold it up to my face and it doesn't look weird, versus I have this huge Impressions vanity mirror and holding that up to my face when I'm filming my TikToks, because I have to stand up when I do them in between clips, like blend something out or make sure that I'm looking okay. If you are not somebody that does makeup either like for TikTok, for Instagram, I don't think that you need this. I think you would be fine with just one that was on your desk. I don't have to buy this particular one, but this has just been a lifesaver. It's so easy. I want it to look nice because, you know, it's on camera and it's just sleek and black, and so it'll go with anything that you're doing. This has been an essential. I have found that I cannot film a TikTok and I cannot do reviews without this anymore. I have not been able to do my makeup without these 4 brushes. I have to have them every single time. The first one I'm gonna mention, I also mentioned this in that haul too. This is the Morphe M173 brush, and it's just a small rounded smudge brush. I use this to apply my eye primer. It's so amazing, so dense, really helps pack on the product. I have 3 of them. I like to rotate because I do my makeup anywhere, especially now that I've been filming the TikToks, and like between YouTube and also like regular life, I will do my makeup 7 to 15 times in 1 week. When your makeup brushes are clean, that's usually like the best application you will get, because your brushes are clean. They don't have any extra liquid or product in them, so they really help apply your makeup nicely. I've mentioned this brush in probably like the past 2 or 3 videos. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, and what I use this to do, I will also use that to blend out my eyeshadow primer. That Morphe brush is really dense, so sometimes if I just want to diffuse it a little bit. But also after I apply my concealer with a beauty sponge, I will use this right underneath my eyes before I set it, and this has tremendously helped fine lines and stuff underneath my eyes, and it helps my makeup to not like sink in really weird, especially if I'm wearing it for a long time. These are an essential, and they're super inexpensive. They're like $3 or $4. And then the next brush that I'm going to talk about is this e.l.f. concealer brush. This is the best brush, hands down, to carve out your brows, to at least apply the product. It is so amazing. And those 2 brushes that I mentioned before, after I clean out my brows, those are kind of like my multi-use brushes. I will use those to blend out the concealer. That way it's not super harsh. It's a denser, smaller brush, so your product is really concentrated, and wherever you put your product, it's gonna go on really nice. It'll give you like a good coverage. My last brush I'm going to talk about, this is the e.l.f. Small Smudge Brush. I actually do not use this in my waterline. I like a longer, shorter brush for my waterline, not something like super small like this. This is the perfect size for your inner corner. If you have not tried this, you need to. I cannot do my makeup without those 4 brushes. I have just been finding myself reaching and reaching and reaching for those every single day, so I wanted to go ahead and mention them to you guys. I am a stan for e.l.f. sponges. Yes, I know they're dirty. It's the end of the week and I need to wash my brushes. I wanted to go ahead and point out these 4 because I always am like, yeah, I love e.l.f. sponges, and they have so many that I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys which ones are my favorite. As of right now, like my top favorite, this is called the Marshmallow Blender, and this is just a bigger, like much softer version of the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. So this is the Marshmallow Blender and this is the Total Face Sponge. This is so soft, like to the touch. You guys can see, look at how bouncy that is. It's amazing. It is bigger, so it takes like 2 seconds to blend out your makeup. Since this one is a little bit smaller, it is a little bit easier to get up into your under eye area, but I love them both. This one that comes in the Complexion trio, the big one, this is way better than the Beauty Blender. I don't care what any of you say. It's a lot bigger. It's a lot softer. You can get 2 of these for the price of 1 Beauty Blender. I tend to lean towards sponges that are a bit bigger because they're just faster. Like, it's so much easier to apply your makeup. It takes 2 seconds versus if you have like a really small sponge. The only downside about this sponge, they don't sell it separately. You have to buy the trio. So it comes with one this big, and then it comes with ones that look like this size, and then it comes with ones even smaller than this. I don't use the ones that are super small. I guess I could, because I know I'm gonna buy the trio again. I wonder how those really small ones would do with blending out my eyeshadow primer. I've tried them somewhere on my channel. Like the first time I tried them, it was just so hard to maneuver them because they were so small, but I wonder if I used it on just my eye area. I would definitely recommend over a Beauty Blender any day. And then I don't know the name of this one. It has the dent in it, so it's really easy to hold, but then you also have the other side. So it's basically dual-ended, but I will leave all of those down in the description box. I have 2 more products. I want to go ahead and mention this NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This is in the color Caramel. I use this every single time I carve out my brows. This is my #1 concealer as of right now to carve out my brows. It is so creamy, and it has hold, and it's really full coverage. It's so easy to blend out, so easy to apply. It's just the perfect consistency. Last but not least, I'm so upset with myself that I have been sleeping on this product. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvet Foundation. This is the most full coverage foundation I have ever tried, hands down. Like, compared to higher end drugstore, this is the most full coverage. The one downside, I guess you could say, is that it is a bit thicker, but it doesn't feel super heavy on the face. And the finish on this is so gorgeous. I mean, as soon as you blend it out, it has that matte finish, but it's not super dry. With some foundations that have a matte finish, they're really hard to work with, especially when you're trying to blend them into the face because they dry down really fast. But this doesn't do that. It blends out beautifully, but it also immediately has that matte finish. This will get rid of all your problems. And I'm in the color Nairobi 410. If you are looking for full coverage, this is where you need to go. I prefer blending it out with a sponge because it is it's very full coverage, so I couldn't even imagine what it would be like for it to be on a brush. Most of the time I am a beauty sponge girl when it comes to foundation. Every once in a while I'll use a brush, but I definitely prefer a beauty sponge over the brush. All right guys, those are the products that I have been loving these past few months. If you guys like these videos, please make sure to give them a thumbs up. I think I have one other one on my channel up right now, and I will link it right up here. It has its own playlist. Let me know what products you guys have been loving the past couple months, or even this month, or even let me know a product that you are excited to try and get your hands on, or if we share a favorite, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.